What are ethics? Stay tuned. What's going on, ladies and gents in Cyberline? Coming back to you with another educational video in real estate. And this one we're going to be focusing on ethics and how do you conduct yourself as an agent, and why you should conduct yourself as an agent with good ethics, not bad ones. So what entails ethics pretty much? Well, that is you pretty much following a code as being a realtor in a professional manner, which is doing the right thing. Not cutting corners, not trying to find a way to circumvent things to where you in turn get paid. Because at the end of the day, every profession most of us go into, there is some monetary gain when you are working profession. You get paid for your time, whether it's being a lawyer, a doctor, a driver, truck driver, a construction person, just any type of profession in our country. And you want to be able to do your job proficiently and professionally, but also you want to make sure that you're not doing anything that's illegal, or you're not doing things that can come off as being illegal. So one of the things that I like to do, and I wouldn't say I like to, that I do, is that I am professional and I don't cut corners. I don't do anything that is not only going to jeopardize my profession, jeopardize my license, but also jeopardize my relationship with my clients. Because as I've said in my previous videos, money comes and goes. It's about the relationship you have between you and your client. That's what matters. And no matter what I've been through in the business so far, I'm not going to change who I am or do some type of practice that's going to help me close a deal, or it's going to help me get paid. I'm going to do everything by the book. The legal book. And the reason being is, it's not just necessarily what can happen in regards to losing my license, but I was brought up with a certain type of integrity from my family on how to conduct myself, how I should conduct myself accordingly. And what that means is not cutting corners, not trying to cheat, not trying to do illegal means to get the upper hand in whatever type of business I put myself in that I am a part of. Some people, they don't feel that way. They're willing to do whatever it takes to, I hate to say close the transaction, but I really just say get paid. Because why are you really trying to close a transaction and do anything to get it done through means that may not be legal? Is it about helping the client, or is it about getting paid at that point? Now, when you have people that will do things to close a transaction, it really comes down to when they're doing things that are ethically wrong, morally wrong, and illegal. It really stems from, they're trying to get paid. They don't care about the client. They don't care about how it affects the client or the other side of the deal. They're just trying to get money in their pocket and move on. They don't care about the people. They're just trying to get paid. And I'm not saying there's multiple agents doing that. I'm not saying it's a small number. I'm just saying it's in every profession. You're going to come across people like that. And how you conduct yourself is going to carry you in the future. Because if you do things that are illegal, such as not withholding information from the client or vice versa, or falsifying information about the property or about things that were done with the property, or with just not putting everything out there that should be done. Just because you can think, well, that's the buyer's job to do an investigation and such like that, for example. Do you really want to have that reputation as being that agent? Because people, in every real estate environment, whether depending on if it's California or Texas or it's Arizona or New York or Florida or Virginia, people talk. And over time, if you have a reputation as being the agent that you haven't been caught, but you've done some things that's been shady, what ends up happening is people don't want to do business with you. They'll try to avoid you as much as possible. And on top of that, they may start talking to people just in general in that are not in the real estate. Just saying, oh, this person you might want to be careful about. People do talk. Some people may just say bad things about you because they're mad about your success. However, if multiple people keep saying the same thing, that you do some really highly unethical practices during transactions, to not where you've been able to lose your license, but it's questionable, that can be a problem. And once you have a reputation doing things, whether it's good or bad, it follows you, and it'll continue to follow you in the practice. So one of the things I do, regardless of what person I'm dealing with, I still continue to hold myself to a certain standard. I wanted to get in this business to help people. I wanted to get in this business to, of course, make money and be able to provide for my family. But also I wanted to go into this because I truly believe in this profession. I feel it's very invigorating. It's also gives you a lot of freedom to be able to do things that you necessarily may not be able to do with a 8 to 5, or as they like to call it, the 9 to 5 type of job. And that says a lot. And it's been great for me. So I'm not going to break any type of code or conduct so that I can close a transaction, or because my client, because there could be clients that are unethical, that my client that feels I should. See, my thing is when I do things, I want to be able to sleep at night. I don't want to go to bed or waking up feeling like I did something wrong or I didn't do the right thing. I don't need that on my conscience. I don't need that. I need to live with that. Some people, hey, they're okay with that. I can't do it. Now, I can be that person to be like, I made a mistake and what can I do better? We all strive to be perfect, which we never will be, but we strive to improve. Now, that's a little different. But cutting corners and trying to do anything to get the transaction closed, I'm not going to do that. And from stories that I've talked to other realtors, I've been told a couple stories where it's just like, yep. See, I think when people think about ethics or illegal activities, they may think like, discrimination, trying to sell to a certain person because of their background. Not always. Sometimes it could be political. Sometimes it can be jealousy. Like, it may not have nothing to do with the clients. It's literally between the two agents. One agent feels some type of way about this agent from something in the past, or vice versa, so trying to get even. It could be a number of things. But at the end of the day, regardless of how you feel about the agent, regardless of how you feel about the agent's clients, you're there to serve your client's needs, as long as it's ethically being done right. Not saying to break rules or any conduct to help your client because they feel some type of way. You do everything in your power to help them, but that's also making sure you're following standard procedures and you're doing the right thing. Because let's say, for example, you have a client that's not the greatest, and they're willing to do anything to get what they want. Do you want to have a hand in that? Do you morally want to have a hand in that? Also, I haven't even gotten to litigation. Are you willing to go through that too? Do you want that problem as well? Because you helped this client who was withholding information or doing some unethical stuff and you went along with it so you can close the transaction. Do you want that too? These are things that I put in my videos and I bring up because it's a very lucrative business. However, do you want to have a target on you when you're doing these type of things? See, when you're doing the right thing, you don't worry about really anybody. You gotta worry about, and you really don't have to worry about the haters and the people that are envious and stuff. You just brush them off. You just keep doing your thing. But when people have dirt on you because you've done some bad things, that's gonna follow you. See, when somebody asks you, when somebody asks you, just like a random person say, hey, I've heard these things about you, this, and that. You don't have to say, oh, who said it? You can just be like, no, actually, that's not actually how I conduct myself. This is how I conduct myself. And how you carry yourself when you're not wearing a suit. How you carry yourself when you're out and about. How you carry yourself when you are just living your life when you're not being a realtor can also make that more believable. When you choose to do the wrong thing, when you choose to cut corners, it'll catch up with you. Maybe 5 years from now. It could very well be after you've built everything and then all of a sudden you lose everything just like that because of the bad things the bad seeds you were planting while you were building your empire. Or you can continue to prosper because you keep planting good seeds. The choice is yours. So with that being said, ladies and gents, I will catch you on my next educational video.